example, if I'm modeling a wall, okay, what am I doing? I'm placing the wall in 2D as well as in 3D. Okay. So basically, when I talk about architecture, okay, when I talk about architectural modeling, it's but obvious that I'll be modeling architectural elements like walls, doors and windows, your floor, okay, finishes, different types of finishes, stairs, railings, all these things will come under your architectural head. Okay. So as you can see that in your architectural tab, you have all those things available. So first you have wall. Okay. In wall, you have again various things. You have architectural wall, you have structural wall. Okay. Structural wall and architectural wall, both options are there. So what do you think might be the difference here in architecture and structure? Yes.
Material difference. It will be a load bearing wall.
Right, right. So the structural wall will be a load bearing wall. That's why the structural wall will have reinforcement. It will have capabilities of modeling, or it will have capabilities to carry reinforcement. Okay, so that is why we have separate option here for structural and architectural wall. Okay, so we will go in detail for structural wall in our structural part. I'm not going to discuss this in detail as of now. So here you can see in wall, I have architectural wall, then I have wall by face. Okay, we have seen a basic thing how we can just convert a mass into a proper wall by using this wall by face. We will again explore this in detail. Then we have doors and windows. Okay, so we have doors and windows here, but when we are creating door, when we are creating window in AutoCAD, we can just create it anyway. Okay, but these are properly hosted elements in Revit. Okay, so these can be hosted only on wall. So you cannot just select a door and place it anywhere. You can see here not allowed symbol is there. So you cannot just place it anywhere. You'll have to create a proper base of wall and then only you can host it there. Okay. Then you have basic columns. Okay, so in architectural also you need to give columns for aesthetic purposes. For different users you provide columns, so you have architectural column option as well. Then you have roofs. There are different types of roof. Okay, we will go in detail here. Then we have ceiling here. Okay, so what is ceiling and what is floor? What is difference between ceiling and a floor, or a ceiling and a slab? You can tell me.
Fall ceiling. Ceiling comes down.
Right, false ceiling. Okay, so basically, if you guys have seen interior work, we give, if we create a POP ceiling, right? Gypsum wall, gypsum ceiling, POP ceiling. Am I right or am I wrong?
Right,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, so that is what your false ceiling is. Okay, so basically there will be a slab, okay, and there will be a false ceiling, and in between there will be space for your systems in the sense your electrical conduits, okay, your ducting, all those things will be placed there. Okay, so that is the basic difference. Then you can create floors, architectural floors, structural floors. Okay, then you have curtain systems. So what is curtain system? We have seen, we have explored what exactly curtain system is. This glass wall that we provide for facades. So that is your curtain system. Okay, so all these things are here, and we will have to explore all these things one by one in detail. Okay, then we have for circulation, we have staircase, we have ramps. Okay, if we are talking about circulation, if we will be providing railings as well to your stairs and ramps, so that option is also available with us. Okay, so these things are here, and using all these things, we will have to create proper architectural model. Okay, so let's first start with basic wall. Okay, now if I want to model a wall, simply what I'll do is I'll go to this architectural tab and select this wall. Okay, after selecting this wall, you can see this modify tab gets activated. If you can notice here, I was in my architectural tab. I have selected wall and this modified tab gets activated now. Okay. Now, once I select this option of wall, you can see you can draw any shape that you want. Okay. So first of all, you have line, rectangle, whatever shape that we have seen. Okay. The shapes that we have seen earlier in the draw, basic draw command using the model line. All those options are available here. Okay. So you can choose any of the shape. As of now, I'm selecting this simple line. Okay. Then the next thing that you have to take care is about your height of the wall. Okay, so first of all, whenever you create a wall, you have to make sure that you are providing a proper height. Okay, so how to provide height here, you can see in this properties palette. Okay, you have this base constraint and you have this top constraint. Okay, so this base constraint and this top constraint will define the height of your wall. As of now, you can see the top constraint is unconnected. Okay, why it is unconnected, you'll get in a minute. So simply, by keeping this as it is, I am creating a wall. Okay, you can see my cursor also changes to this cross symbol. Okay, that means my wall command is active and I can just simply draw a wall. So I am as of now in level 0. That means I am seeing everything from my top view. Okay, and if I draw a wall here like this, I'll be seeing it from top view only. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
that is why you can see a top view of the wall that I have drawn. Okay. Now you will say that there are many layers in this wall. So what are these layers? These layers are nothing but the structural component of this specific wall that I'm drawing. Okay. So this might be a different material. This might be a different material. This might be a different one, and this might be a different one. Okay, so here in wall, it is not just about drawing the wall, it is about the materials that we want to provide as well. Okay, it is about the structure that we are dealing with. Okay, structure of wall. Now, let's first of all understand if I have drawn wall and the height was taken as unconnected here. Now, what exactly is the height that have been taken? So to understand that, we will have to either go into one of the elevation views because we will have to either see it from here, 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 or here, or else I'll have to go to a 3D view here. Okay, so let's go to 3D view to understand it better. And now as the wall that I have created is unconnected, you can see here it is created in this particular manner. Okay, the level 1 ends here at 4000 and by default the wall was unconnected and here the unconnected height by default is 8000. Are you all following me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes,
So that is why you can see here, if I just go to south elevation, this is my wall. Okay, if I just measure this di from this point, that is my base point to the top point. Okay, I'm measuring this. This is basic annotation tool. I'll come back on this. I'll tell you how you can measure it. This is just to show you. Okay, the height of the wall is 8000. Okay, so unconnected height, which was by default 8000. Okay, I didn't change that height and I have drawn the wall. Okay, I have created this wall. So basically the height was taken as 8000. Okay, but what if I want to constrain this particular wall? What if I want to end this wall at 4000? That means at level 1. So there are again two ways. Either you can restrict this wall to level 2. You can just go to this top constraint, select this, drop it down. Here you have options of level 0, level 1. Okay. Either I can just select level 1 and constrain it to 4000 like this, or else I'll again just do control Z here, or else rather than, if I don't want to deal with level 1 directly, I just want to know the height, or if I just want to change the height, I can simply select the wall. Here you can see top constraint, I'll let it unconnected. Okay, I'll let it be like this only, and I'll just change the unconnected height from here. See, this is 4000. Okay, and automatically it will change. But now, you have two options, but what is the difference? What might be the difference here? If I'm changing this unconnected height to 4000, it is still getting here. And if I'm constraining it to level 1, still it is getting here. Now, what might be the difference in between these two options? Can anyone tell me?
If we give another height, then the lower level will also be unconnected in if we are giving just 4000 and not restricting it to a level.
No. Okay. So, you are going in the right direction, but, it's slightly messy. So, yeah, let's see what exactly is the difference. So, if I'm keeping the top constraint as unconnected, that means it is not dealing with any of the level. There is no constraints here. Okay. It is not restricted at any way. So, I can just change it the way I want. But if I'm just selecting this wall, okay, and if I'm just dropping this down, selecting level 1, that means I'm connecting or I'm constraining my top level, that is my level 1. Okay, this I am kind of constraining the height of the wall or the top of the wall to level 1. That means I'm associating this top of the wall with this level 1. So what will happen is if I by default change the level 1 now. Okay, if I just select this and move my level 1 at top, say this is 7,000. Okay, is it changing? Is this changing?
No.
No. So because
No.
this is unconnected as of now. Top constraint is unconnected as of now. But if I just select this wall now, go here, drop it down, constraint to level 1. Okay. Now this wall, you can see top constraint is connected to level 1. Now if I just go and change this level 1 here. Okay, if I just give it 8,000 or something, or say 12,000, enter. You can see the height of wall also changes. Can you see this? If I'm constraining this wall at my level 1, the height of wall will also change along with level 1. If I'm just again going and changing it to say, for example, 5,000, the wall height will also change to 5,000. Okay, so this is what constraining is. Okay, the bottom of the wall, you can see here the base constraint is level 0. That means the bottom of the wall is connected to level 0. It will change with change of level 0. If I just give here minus 500 or say minus 5,000, okay, you can see it will change along with change of level. Are you all following me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is what is constraining. Okay, and you can just change your wall constraints according to what is required. Okay, so this is the most important thing when we are creating a wall. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if I'm again selecting this, okay, so here you can see you have again more options: base, offset, and top offset. Now, first of all, what is offset? I have level 1, okay, at 500, and I want this wall to end at 550 or say 500 5,500. Okay, so say this level 1 is constrained at 5,000 and I want this wall to end at 5,500. Okay, that means the wall is taking offset from level 1. It is aligned with level 1, but it is taking offset from level 1. Okay, so simply I'll just show this to you. So here you can see you have top offset. Okay, so top offset I'm just giving 500. Okay, you can see here it is still constrained with level 1, but the wall is ending at 500 after 5,000. Okay, if I just measure this like this. Okay, so this is your offset. I hope everyone is following.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now even after giving offsets, okay, after giving offset, say for example I change my level 1. Okay, I change elevation of my level 1 from 5,000 to 10,000. So what will happen to this wall? Can anyone tell me?
500 more, it will get increased.
Right, exactly, because as this is constrained, okay, so even if I just give 10,000 here, okay, it will give 10,000 plus 500. Okay, 10,500. That will be the height of your wall. Same goes for level 0. Okay, if I just go here, constrain, give a base offset of minus 800. Okay, the wall will start, in negative 800 here, and then at level 0 it will be constrained. If I just go and change this elevation to say 120, still the offset remains same, 800. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay, so this is the basics of wall height. I hope it is clear for everyone. I hope there are no doubts.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so again, I'll just make this back to 0, 0. Okay, level 4,000. Okay, like this. Now let's go back to plan view. Okay, now here you can see whenever I'm drawing a wall, okay, here you can see some layers. Okay, this is a layer, this is a layer, this is a layer, this is a layer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
why do we
Yes.
have layers here? Why do we have layers in wall? So why can't we just show a simple rectangle just like what we show in AutoCAD? What are these layers?
Thickness of
Properties.
plaster,
Wall
material
properties, wall
insulations.
properties.
wall properties. Can you
So
elaborate? Say, for example, just I'm sitting in a room and there is
The
also a wall in this.
material.
type of a wall. Material of the wall.
wall.
What
Right.
kind of a wall?
I
Like
think this is the
cavity
cross
wall,
section of the wall.
simple brick masonry wall.
Right. So it is kind of a cross section of a wall where it defines what kind of wall or what structure of wall I'm dealing with. Okay, so it can be anything. Okay, so this can be a brick masonry, okay, covered with a specific type of finish. Say, for example, plaster. There might be an insulation layer. There might be a second finish layer. So these kind of walls, these kind of wall structures will differ, and you'll have to manage it in your wall modeling. Okay, this is what is important in wall. Okay, managing the structure of your wall. Okay, so this is one thing, and every time you work on a 2D, you will see a structure like this only, layered wall. It's something else. If you are creating a single material wall, that is completely fine. Okay, then you will see only one material there. But if you are working on a simple wall, even if the wall that you generally see, so there are layers of paint, there are layers of finishes, so there will be layers. Okay, so wall will never be just a simple or a monolithic material type. Okay, there will be layers in every wall. Okay, so this is how it will look like. Now, the second thing that is there is, say, for example, I'm creating this wall. Okay, this wall, CS for create similar, and I'm just creating a shape like this. Okay, so here in this wall, even if I have created shape like this, you can see each and every element is separate. This wall is separate, this wall is separate, this wall is separate. So there is nothing like polyline here. So if you are imagining that this will be continuous, no. Here you can see there will be joints. We'll have to deal with these joints properly. Okay, we'll have to manage this. I'll come on these wall joints later, after once you get a basic understanding of how wall works. So we will come to this join later, but whenever you draw it, even if you draw a different shape using this option, say I'm just selecting rectangle here and creating a wall rectangle. Okay, so even if I'm drawing a rectangle, each and every side will be separate here. Okay, if you just go to 3D view, still you can see that these things are separate. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now here you can see, if I'm going to my 3D view, you can see on one of the side it is giving a different color, on another side it is giving a different color. So why is it like that?
Different
Wall
material.
for inner and outer space.
Right. So basically internal side and outer side. Okay, so this, let's consider this. I'll just delete this as of now. Okay, so let's consider this wall. Okay, so in whenever we draw a wall, there will be two side of there will be two sides of that particular wall. One will be internal side and the other one will be outer side of the wall. Okay, so here this one may be internal one and this one may be the outer side. Okay, just I'm just taking a guess. Now if I want to change the side, if I want to flip the side, I'll just simply select this. Here you can see you have this option of flipping the side, change walls orientation. Simply you can just flip it like this and then go to 3D. You can see this is now in this material is now inside and this is outside. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, the next thing that you will have to understand is different types of properties. Okay, so to understand different types of properties, first of all, you'll have to revise the hierarchy of Revit. Now, when we talk about instance, that means we are talking about a exclusive element that we are working on. Okay, so here, whatever changes I have done on this specific wall, okay, it will be applied only on the wall that I have selected. Okay, so the changes, the height changes, and the constraint changes that I have applied from the properties palette. Okay, say for example, I'm going and increasing the height here. Okay, I'm just making this unconnected. Okay, I'm increasing the height to 8,000. Okay, so what I'm doing. Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm changing the instance property of this particular element. Okay, so how to determine if I'm changing only instance property and not type property? So say for example, I'm just creating the same type of wall here as well. Okay, say I'll just create it like this. Okay, I'll just switch off the crop region. Again, go to south. Okay, so this and this is same. Okay, just let me flip this as well so that, yeah. So this and this is same as of now. Okay, you both know, you all know that these both things are, same. Now if I just select this element and change this to constraint at level 1, so only this wall side is changing, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, and this is, kept as it is. This is not affected by the changes that I'm doing here. So that is why whatever changes I'll be doing from this properties palette, okay, will be applied as instance properties. If you have pen and paper, please write it down. The properties that I'm changing from the properties palette, or the properties that are available in the properties palette, are your instance properties. Okay, from here, this constraints, structural dimension, these are your instance properties. Okay, and if I just go select any of the wall, and if I just go to edit type, okay, here you can see you have an option called as edit type. If I just go and select this edit type option, and if I'm doing any change in the type here, okay, you can see the type name is wall ext102bwk. Okay, this is the name of the type of the wall that I'm dealing with. If I'm doing any changes here, say for example, I'll just go here, I'm just changing the thickness of the any of the material or anything. Any changes that I do from this type option will be applied as type change, and it will be applied to, all the elements that belong to the same type. This is also same type, that is your ext102bwk. This is also that same type. Okay, if I do any change here, okay, if I do any change from this edit type option, it will be applied to both the things. Okay, say, just for example, I'm just going to this shaded view. As of now, you can see here on this side, you have a specific material. Most probably this is your brick masonry. Okay, if I want to change this, so I'll just select this, go to edit type. See here, I'm selecting only one wall here. Okay, still I'm just going to this edit type, go to edit here. So here you can see finish is brick common. Okay, I'll just change the material as of now to something else. Let's say I'm giving okay, this wood material here. Press OK and OK. Okay, so you can see I have changed the material to wood for this wall only. Okay, I have selected only this wall, but you can see for both the walls the material changes. Here you can see you have a yellowish color here now. Can you observe this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that means if I'm changing a type, if I'm changing a type of wall or type of element, all the elements belonging to that type will be affected. Okay, that means type property affects, all the elements belonging to that type. Instance property will be specific for this, for the specific element only. Okay, I think here is understanding the structure of wall. Okay, so if I'm talking about structure of wall, simply I'll just go here in edit type. As we have seen here in this edit type, first of all, you will see the type of the wall. Okay, so here we have a type of wall that is 102 BWK. Okay, now just like this, we will have different types available already. Okay, so here you can see you have basic wall. Okay, basic wall is a family. Okay, this family is subdivided into these different types. This wall ext22 RDR, wall ext35 RSC, wall ext50 CDG. So these are different types of wall. Okay, and these different type of wall will have different configuration, different structure altogether. Okay, in here you can see curtain wall. Curtain wall is a family. Again, this curtain wall family can be subdivided into different types. Here you can see curtain wall empty type, curtain wall exterior glazing type, curtain wall storefront type. Then you have a stacked wall family. So in stacked wall family, you have again different types: stacked wall pattern type, stacked wall type cavity, then stacked wall type cladding. So here you can see you have direct lineage here. So you have a direct division of the categories and families and types available. So say for example, I'm selecting a wall category. Okay, so after selecting wall category, here you can see what family I am selecting. I am selecting basic wall family. Okay, after selecting basic wall family, here you can select any of the type here. Okay, like this, say for example I have selected this type. Okay, so I have created this type of wall. What is this type here? Wall ext 50 cdg. Okay, and if I want to do specific changes for this wall, I'll be changing the instances. Okay, so this is how your hierarchy goes. I'm just trying to explain you the hierarchy in terms of wall. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so basically this is how hierarchy goes, and that same thing you can see if I just hover, it will tell you what it is. It is wall. Okay, what is wall? Wall is your category. Then you have basic wall. Basic wall means your family, and that wall ext50 cdg, that is your type. Okay, I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
What you'll have to do is you'll have to select a specific wall, go to edit type, and just duplicate that wall. Okay, you'll have to create a new type here, and then you can use it once. Okay, and rest of the things will be separated. So you cannot just change type property for a single instance. Okay, that is how Revit is created.
Okay, sir.
Okay, but if there is a specific requirement, you can just duplicate it and then use it. That you will understand once you start working on it. You will understand on your own. Okay, this is it. Then when we talk about functions, so we will have to after assigning functions, we will have to assign proper material. So here you can see for finish, I have chosen this cherry material, but it was brick initially. Okay, so for finish they have given brick. Then for thermal air layer, that is your insulation layer, they have given fiberglass bat, that is your batting. Okay, then for structure they have given concrete masonry low density. Okay, then for internal finish, again they have provided with plaster. So this is how the composition of the wall is. Now with different functions and materials, we have to define thickness as well. So in this thickness column, you have specified thickness for for example say finish. Okay, the finish is of brick, and the thickness of that finish layer is 102.5 mm. Okay, then you have thermal air layer, that is your fiberglass bat, it is of 75 mm. Then you have structure. This is the main component which will give strength. It is of 100 mm. And then it is finished too. It is of 12.5 mm. That is of plaster. Now, in between here, you can see core boundaries are also there. Now, what is this core boundary? What do you mean by core boundary? Yes.
Initial boundary of structure.
Right. So basically, whatever material or whatever function is inside this core boundary will act as your structure. That means here you can see the structural element is concrete masonry. It is under the core boundary. That means this is the core of your wall. Okay. So this will be considered, this concrete will be considered as core of your wall. That is why it is inside this core boundary. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Okay.
it is written like layers above wrap and layers
Yes,
below
sir.
wrap. So,
Yeah.
what will be the outside and inside of the wall?
See,
If you
here you
provide
can
like inside
see.
and outside.
Yeah, so here you can see in this chart or in this table, you can see this is exterior side and this is interior side. You can see it is written here. So the finish layer that is here, which will be on the exterior side, and this will be on the interior side. Okay, simple.
Okay. Yes.